This training material is the property of Accessible Tech Planet. Use of this material is restricted and permission must be sought before use. Do not sell or reproduce in any format without the permission of Accessible Tech Planet.
Lesson 3.
Booting and shutting down the computer system. Hello there. After we have learned the general description of the computer, it's now time for us to switch into action. Yes, switching into action. And I know as a good student, you have been waiting for this. So, here we are, ready to go into action. Booting and shutting down the computer system. What does it mean to boot a system? It simply means that you want to put the system into a functioning state. But before you do that, let's quickly talk about things you should consider before switching on your computer. If you are using a desktop, you want to be sure that the power cable is plugged to the socket, or if you are using an extension box. 2. Trace the wire of your keyboard and also your mouse if you are using one, and your monitor to be sure that they are all connected to the CPU. After doing this, you also need to check your speaker if you are using an external speaker for your system to ensure that it is plugged to. If you are not using a speaker, maybe you are using an headphone, you want to be sure that the headphone is also properly plugged. If laptop is what you are using, all you need to do is to open your laptop cover. Once you open it and you position your screen straight, then you're sure that there is power on your battery, or you plugged it if there is no power to the electricity, then you are good to go. So let's talk about booting real quick. Like I said, booting simply means that you want the computer to start functioning, and that exactly is what we'll be doing right now. Booting is actually different from the way you on your radio. Yes, so it's not that you just press one button, maybe I ask you to press a button and you just assume that the computer is on. It's not always like that. So, to boot your system, you need to do the following. 1. Locate the power button on your CPU. Like I told you in our last lesson, most CPU would have the power button at the front. Okay? Some of them will have it on top, like the one I'm using right now. If you are using a laptop, you need to figure out where your power button is. Most of the time, if you check your left hand side, your top left, when you open the screen of your laptop, that flat part that you see, okay, from your top left, if you check, there should be a power button there. or you trace it down, it's a flat plastic. If you trace it down, you might find the power button, or better still, just for the purpose of identifying it, you can get a sighted person to help you do that. So you're going to press the power button, and you have to be very careful. The power button is not what you press and hold, because if you do that, you're actually doing another thing entirely. So you press it, then you release your finger. Let's go. I have pressed the power button now. You are going to wait until you hear your screen reader.
JAWS.
Good. Right now you can hear JAWS. So that means the system is ready. Now the time it will take for your system to be ready depends on your RAM and your processor. If you have a processor that is high, of course it won't take much time. But if your RAM is low and your processor is also low, it might take up to a minute or more for your computer to successfully boot. Now you can see that it is different from the way you on your radio and it will start talking. This is because when you boot a computer, your computer resuscitates a whole lot of things. Yes, it's also boot on a whole lot of software environment, your OS and all. So that's why it takes a little time, because everything has to be ready. So I haven't done that and you heard your screen reader talking. That's to tell you that you have successfully switched on or boot the computer. Alright, if you don't have a screen reader, some system, if you are using Windows XP, Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows Vista, or even Windows 10, they have the welcome sound. So you wait until you hear the welcome sound if you don't have a screen reader. Booting is just as simple as what I have just done. Alright, so what about shutting down? Shutting down simply means that you want to put off your computer. Maybe you are done doing whatever you want to do and you just want to power off your computer. You don't power off your computer just by removing the plug. No, it will cause damage to the computer, because a lot of people use that. And you don't power off your computer just by holding down the power button. Okay, it damages your computer if you do it often. Alright, so shut down the proper way. I'll show you about 3 methods of shutting down. Alright, now when we described the keys, I told you about a key called Windows button. Alright, we're going to be doing a lot with this Windows button. Alright,
This is escape.
now if you listen, I just press the escape key. I want to believe you are still familiar with where you have your escape key. Your escape key is the key at the top left. That's the first line of keys, the first one. Yes, if you now check the first key at the top left,
This is escape.
that's your escape. So to shut down, we need to press the Windows key once.
Search box edit. Type in text.
Good. Because this is Windows 10, once you press the Windows key, you hear search box edit, type and test. So let me press escape and do it again.
Escape.
Let's go.
Search box edit. Type in text.
Good. The next thing to do is to just press the tab key once.
Navigation menu list box. Toggle navigation menu collapsed. 1 of 4. To move to an item, press the arrow keys.
So the tab that we have pressed has taken us to the navigation menu list box. Now we need to press the down arrow until we hear power.
User account for user 2 of 4.
I'll press it now. I'll press again.
Settings 3 of 4.
I'm still going again.
Power 4 of 4.
Power, and hit the enter key. Let's look for the enter key and press it. The enter key is the third key, alright, to the up arrow. Yes. If it is not like that on your keyboard, just identify where enter is and press it.
Enter. Menu. Sleep. To move through items, press up or down arrow S.
Good. Here we have some options that we can choose from. The first one is sleep, I think.
Restart
Let's
R.
check.
Sleep S.
Yes, the first one is sleep. Then if you scroll down,
Shut down S.
let's shut down. Alright. Let me explain.
Sleep S.
Sleep simply means that you want to just put your computer into sleep mode. You don't want to shut down. Alright. You just want to put it into sleep mode so that when you come back and you press the power button, it will start from where you stopped. Let's say you were typing a particular document and you just want to go somewhere. If you put it in sleep mode, it will be there. The document will not be closed. Alright?
Shut down S.
Shut down, it simply means that you want to put up the computer completely, and that's what we want to do.
Restart R.
Restart simply means that you want the computer to shut down, alright, and on itself automatically. But we're not doing all of that now. We just want to shut down. So we'll look for shut down among the options.
Sleep S. Shut down S.
Then we'll press the enter key.
Enter. Power key. Leaving. JAWS.
So right now our system has shut down. Let me quickly issue a quick warning here. When you shut down your system, please do not reboot until after 60 seconds. Alright? Do not reboot, because sometimes when you shut down your computer, it's still shutting down, and because you want to, boot it back on, you just press the power button without allowing it to shut down completely. So just wait 60 seconds after you have activated the shutdown button. Alright, so that's the first method. So I'm going to show you the second method. Showing you that will mean that I need to boot the computer. Just like we did the first time, we'll just press the power button and wait. Let's wait. Okay, so we're back on. Our computer is on and it is ready right now. Let me press the escape key.
Escape.
Good. So I'll show you the second way of shutting down now.
Escape.
What I'm going to do now is to press Windows plus letter X. Yeah, you hold down your window, okay, that's the Windows key, then you press letter X and release your hand on both.
Windows X, context menu, programs and features. To move through items, press up or down arrow F.
So once you do that, you would hear context menu, programs and features. Alright, just press letter U 2 times quickly.
U.
Your system will shut down. And
JAWS.
that's what's happening now. So right now the system is completely off. Let me quickly show you the third method. So let's switch the system back on, pressing the power button and wait.
JAWS.
Good. Our system is ready. Once you hear your screen reader talking, then that means your system is ready. Alright? So let me show you the third method. The third method is by pressing Windows plus letter T.
Windows T. Running applications taskbar to activate. Press spacebar. Taskbar Microsoft Edge button to activate.
Good. When you press Windows T, what you have activated is the taskbar. Okay, it's called taskbar. Now after pressing Windows key, you press Alt plus F4. Let's go.
Alt F4. Shut down Windows dialog. Select the option that best describes why you want to shut down the computer. What do you want the computer to do? Combo box. Shut down. 4 of 5. To change the selection, use the arrow keys. Alt plus W.
Right now we're in the shutdown options, and the first option that we have here is shutdown. So if that is not the case, you scroll to select shutdown with your arrow keys, up or down arrow keys.
Shutdown 4 of 5.
Then you press the enter key.
Enter. JAWS.
Alright, the system is off now. But before I end this lesson, let me quickly explain something to you about booting the computer system. Sometimes when you boot a computer system and you hear the JAWS talking, it is good to pay attention to what the JAWS is saying, because some people have password sets for their computer, just like you set password for your phone. So when you press the power button and you wait, if your JAWS start talking and you hear something like password ... or enter password, if you hear anything that has to do with password, you need to type the password before the system will be ready. Just type the password. Don't press any enter. Don't press anything. Okay? But if you type it and it says you've typed the wrong password, you need to hit the spacebar once on OK button, then retype your password, should in case you have typed the wrong one or you've made a mistake. Alright, so that's all about booting and shutting down the computer system. Don't forget, if you have any question, do not hesitate to ask. Use my phone number or use my email as provided in the previous lesson. See you.